Hey guys, I'm back here at my kitchen table. So anyway, still been working away here. I don't really have a page to show you right now, but just because I think I put them all down in my room. Like I said, I'm upstairs right now because the dog's out and I don't really trust him in my room. There's too many valuable comics and guitars down there that he will totally ruin because that's how he shows his affection. All right, Diesel. Oh, there he is. See if you can see him. Look, somebody jumped on me. Hey, buddy. Look at it. There's a dog there. Okay. Anyway. All right, guys, let's go ahead now, let's go ahead and see the work. All right, everyone. So I guess what I want to talk about is just the current progress right now in the comic. So as of right now, I'm almost done. I believe I have to ink one more page, and then I have to redo one because while I was inking it, one of my pens leaks and I got it on my finger without noticing, and then I happened to smudge it all over the paper. And at first I tried to save it with whiteout, and I said, no, I have a light box, I'll just fix it. So I'm about 1.5 pages away from finishing with the inks, and then I have to color. And so I've been going back and forth on whether or not I was going to digitally color or color it manually. If I do it manually, I want to use these water soluble pastel crayons that I have. I mean, they're basically just crayons. I think they're Conan Darsh. No, that's not it, but something close like that. I'm sure art people out there are yelling at the screen right now. Please don't. I don't have them in front of me. But anyway, I want to kind of color them on, or color it with those, and then use my watercolor brushes and spread it out and kind of have it turn into a watercolor, especially for the backgrounds. And then for the characters, I can throw in maybe some color pencils for definition and stuff. And I think it's going to look really cool. But it also would be a lot of work, and especially since I would be using a little bit of water, I'd have to stretch the paper and tape it down. And that would just add on to it. But really, the more I think about it, like, I'm not in a rush. And I think I'm going to go that way because I think if I think, well, I could be wrong about this. So hopefully this would be a great opportunity for you guys to comment and let me know if I'm wrong. But I think if I color it manually or analog, I don't know how we would color it, but color it by hand, then if I scan it in, it will, like, by default also be in CMYK. And so therefore I'd be able to take those scans, those color scans, and print from there directly. Whereas if I color it digitally, I would have to then transform the RGB into CMYK, or basically from digital colors to printable colors. Now, I know that that's relatively easy to do in, like, Photoshop, except if I was coloring it digitally, I would not be using Photoshop. See, I do all my digital art on my iPad Pro, so I'd be using Procreate. And as far as I can tell, and like I said, if any of this I'm wrong about, please let me know. This would be a great time to comment below. But as far as I know, it only does it in RGB. So if I did in RGB, then I'd have to, like, either keep it digital exclusively, which I would like to do. Eventually I want to put this into some kind of anthology, or at least some kind of big trade or whatever, and print it and take it to cons and sell it and kind of start spreading the word. And this can be like my breaking in, or, you know, just taking the training wheels off, really. But anyway, get back to my original point. I really want this to be in print, so I think I'm going to color it manually, almost out of lack of other options. Plus, I mean, if anything, it's just good practice because I need to get better at all this. Really, the whole reason I'm making this comic is because I want to get better at art and get better at all of these separate things. And so this is like giving me a project so I can kind of have fun and experiment while I'm practicing. It's like a serious practice, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's another saying for that already, but that's the one I'm going with. So anyway, let me know, should I color it digitally? Should I do it by hand? I think I'm leaning towards by hand, and regardless, I'll probably be starting, if not during this week, then maybe this weekend, because like I said in previous videos, my school's picked back up. You know, I'm working again, so I can't just play with this or, you know, work on this throughout the day. So I kind of just have a couple hours, maybe an hour per day. And then, of course, my weekends, probably at least one day, I can negotiate with my wife to have most of the day. But then the other time, like, we have to hang out and be a couple because we really don't see each other that much during the week. So it's a good problem to have, I guess. So anyway, let me know. And as far as I can think, that's probably it. And yeah. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks for sticking around. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Diesel, stop biting that.